Good morning, good people. This is your PooleProof wisdom moment. When I was a kid, I often would say things I would soon regret. And I remember my mama looking at me with her eyebrow raised, and she'd say, "Boy, I bet you wish you didn't say that, didn't you?" And she was right. She also reminded me as I grew older that when it comes to speaking, having a little forethought goes a very long way. So I take that in consideration, and I do spend time thinking about what I mean and what I intend before I say it. I often believe, however, that we become so comfortable in this society with the tried and true or the ways that people express themselves that we don't often think about what they mean. A lot of what people call PC culture is based on the idea that people are actually now giving thought to the terms and the phrases and the strung together languages that they use to describe any one thing that is not okay today that was okay at another time. Because when you think of it in context now, you realize, oh, that's really not something I should be saying. And that's the way it is with all of us every day. Even the most basic statements, the most basic words that we have taken for granted for a long time can have a different interpretation if you take a moment of forethought and think about what they really mean. One of my favorites is this, and I heard it the other day. Someone was giving a bit of a statement, I guess you could call it, to a group of people who were taking everything in, and the person said, I just treat everybody else like I want to be treated. And I thought, does he have any clue what he's really saying? He is entirely removing the other person's interest and saying that if I want to be treated this way, so should everyone else. We know that's not true, don't we? Boy, do we know that's not true. And the biggest mistake we can make is to take those little simple statements and assume that they apply to everybody because they make us comfortable. Now, what we know about labels is that we use them to make ourselves comfortable. They are rarely about the other individual or situation or group of people who is being described. They're about an easy way for us to find a way to describe something or to address something that we don't know how to do otherwise on our own. And that for me means that we have to take time to take a statement as simple as how we treat people and really think about it. No, we are not going to treat other people the way we want to be treated. We're going to treat other people with kindness, dignity, respect, understanding, fairness, and a host of other adjectives which apply. We are not going to treat people based upon what I want or what you want or what someone else wants. Because ultimately, if we are really trying to get to the core of having a relationship with someone by treating them in a way that's going to resonate with them, we should be dealing with them. No one else's perceptions, no one else's expectations, no one else's goals for their own level of treatment. Just the other person's. And we have to open the door of understanding and acceptance and recognition before we can do that. It doesn't just happen. To understand how someone wants to be treated, you have to understand who that person is. And to understand who that person is, you have to get to know them individually, on their own terms, in their own place, on their own time often. And that requires work. So if you really want to know how to treat other people, do the work, find out, and then act accordingly. That's your PooleProof wisdom moment for today. You can find me on Apple and Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor.fm, and podcast platforms everywhere.